what's a better solution to box my items? Instead of paying for a custom box, for example, if I was to ship a 50-inch keyboard, where can I find a box that would fit? So honestly, to be perfectly honest with you, I don't ever ship anything that big into FBA or ship anything that big to customers specifically on other platforms. I purposely, because I've done this for a long time, I know just firsthand to avoid trying to sell items that are heavy or trying to sell big items like that, because like your question right here, which is a great question, Jimmy, is like it's a hassle to kind of find a good box for that. And B, the shipping expense is going to be super high. I remember listing the way I learned this was like 10 years ago when I listed my bike on eBay, and like I sold that bike for, I think it was like at the time like $300 or $400, right? It was a BMX bike that I didn't use anymore. And I was like, sweet, like I just made like $300 or $400, right? But then obviously I learned like, okay, they take their fees, no big deal. But then I also learned it cost me like $150 to $200 to ship that bike, because I had to find a box big enough, and then obviously the weight and the size of the box is what I was charged for. So it practically cut my profit from like $400 or $350 all the way down to like $80 or $70, and I had to front the money to ship it obviously before I got paid. So that's kind of how I learned that lesson. So I'd say first and foremost, avoid trying to sell big things like that. Now, because you're obviously asking this, which indicates that you're already running into this problem, I would say you could probably, if you haven't sold it already, try not to sell it or try to return it. If you have sold it already, then you can probably try to find a custom box online. The best way, obviously, to do it if you don't want to find a custom box that's super cheap, is the cheapest way you could do it, is find bubble wrap, right? You can find you can buy big rolls of bubble wrap on Amazon, right? Wrap the keyboard up in bubble wrap, make sure it's secure, and then you can also find shipping paper. It looks like it's like brown shipping paper. If you need me to link it for you, link these two things for you, because I bought them in the past, you can literally just go into my Amazon orders, find the links and link them to you. Comment on this video and I'll be sure to link them to you, but you can use bubble wrap and then shipping paper, and then literally wrap it up in wrap the keyboard up in bubble wrap, and then wrap the bubble wrap up in shipping paper. Tape it like a present, honestly, and put the label on that shipping paper, and it will just look like a package that way, and then that will be the easiest way that you don't have to find a box. That's the cheapest for you, but ultimately, best advice would be try to avoid selling things like that in the future.